Welcome back to the Mukbang Studio. We've got 2 games left. We've got Happy up next here on Dual Sight. He's playing against Dream. It's going to be pretty close. It's going to be pretty intense, actually.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of TVTs today. It's going to be the last one before we finish up. We got another match after this, but it's going to be the last TVT for the night.
Yep.
Dual Sight, love this map, like we were saying just before.
So the winner of this match actually will advance. So this is like the most important match actually of the night, really, where we're like absolutely sure this is it. Happy versus Dream. Whoever wins goes on to join Ryung in Code S. And it's funny because both of these guys actually just qualified this season in Code A, and it really shows that if you qualify, you can just make things happen pretty quick if you're like really good.
Players down there in Code B, and people just haven't seen them yet, so they do come through and make a big splash in Code A, and of course many of them do have the qualities and the play styles like Code S players, and they just go straight up there. So we are going to see this game start very shortly once we get
something
Dream.
else to remember, guys, is if you fall back down to Code A, it's going to be like the scariest thing ever, because you're in that round of 32 where anything could happen. If you get knocked out of there, you may never be heard of again. You're like, oh man, it's like the scariest thing ever. You're sweating in the booth. That's actually the scariest place to be in the entire world, is in the round of 32 Code A. There's no scarier position to be in. The qualifiers are like really tense and you're trying really hard, but once you get there and you know you could lose it, that's rough.
Yeah.
As you guys can see there, match 9 will be on Dual Sight. Happy and Dream, both of them actually looking really tense, as they should. This is deciding their future for the next season.
Yeah.
Code A or Code S, and then if you're in Code A and you lose in the first round to someone who all-ins you and you fall down to Code B, that's just a scary thought in general. To have come so far and everything to hinge on this match, I'd be nervous too. But I should be way more nervous than these guys. I don't have as much GSL experience. I don't have any. Well, there's nothing else to say except
we've already spoken about everything.
This is epic. Like this is the down to the line, down to the wire, down to the yard, down to everything that is important. One of these guys is gonna walk home with that Code S medallion. One of them falls back down to Code A.
I don't know. I still feel both of these guys could actually deserve to be in Code S regardless.
Absolutely.
Because they played so well, they came through very quickly through this, and the map is starting.
The map is loading. Get ready, guys, because we're gonna have Happy versus Dream. Only one will walk away with the medallion that has the Code S on it today. There it is, right there, man.
TBT Dual Sight, let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, down here, the bottom left, the light side of Dual Sight. Member of the team, Incredible Miracle, fighting for his chance into Code S here. He is.
I am happy.
His opponent also really wants Code S and really deserves it equally as much. He is.
MVP Dream.
MVP Dream going for a gas first right off the bat.
Well, he's done that every game so far we've seen.
So, remember guys, thanks to our sponsors at Pepsi, G-Skill, and Ola eBook. Of course, for those of you guys who don't know, Ola is a wireless company in Korea similar to AT&T in the US or Verizon, for example. So,
or if you're not from the US, some other big major telephone company.
Orange or T-Mobile, Deutsche Telekom, something like that. You know, there's a lot of cell phone companies out there, wireless companies, carriers. So, Gas First versus Happy looking to do a One Barracks Expand. The most polar opposite of builds.
Yeah. Well, I always like seeing these situations, though.
Yeah. You find
puts
out if there's some STCs out there that just can't be beaten, they can hold it no matter what. You find out who the real men are. Like, oh, I'm gonna go for one big expand. I don't care what you're doing. It's a 2-player map.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
I don't know if anyone can hold this. It's gonna be Happy though.
Yeah.
Or whatever is coming from Dream. That is.
We're gonna find out pretty soon.
Yeah.
2 gases going up for Happy. Factory about halfway done for Dream. His orbital is finished as well. I'm thinking we're gonna see Banshees. Hellions. The map doesn't really lend itself to Hellions very well. It's very easy to block the ramp on this map. And not only that, there's just a lot more area for Banshees to fly between the main and the natural. It's very easy to do that on this map. There's a huge wide open area where they can hide. On a map like Crevasse, like we saw, that's the map where Banshees don't work very well. They can get stuck back there.
Yeah.
This map is very different than that. Starport is on the way for Dream. Spreading out his depots, making sure he can see everything. Something that Happy is doing a little bit. Needs just one more depot to really be able to see his entire base. I can't stress to you guys enough, if you're a Protoss or if you're a Terran or if you're a Zerg, spread your overlords, but build your buildings away from your main so that not only are they harder to scout and see, but also you can spot drops coming. It's so important. So we are going to see Banshees. The Tech Lab has been made in Dream's base. He's already switched. Is he going to go for Cloak? No, he's not. Haldane doing a little bit of scouting. In fact, right now, Dream, that's all he's seen. He's seen 3 Marines at the top of the ramp. He's not seen anything else. And Happy, on the other hand, has seen absolutely nothing. He has no idea it's a gas first. Doesn't really know what to expect at all. Now, Dream, back at home, hasn't started Cloak. Doesn't have enough gas just yet. I think he's just going to go for a Command Center to follow this up. There's Blue Flame coming out for Happy, though. So he's going to try to use that to control the middle of the map, do damage here and there. It's good to get that delayed Blue Flame in this matchup. It's something that was really overestimated for a time. It was like, oh, you get Blue Flame in TVT, it means that you're doing this little drop and hoping that it works. But now it's so important.
Now it's part of the core strategies coming out from both of them. It's really nice, as we do see Vikings coming out from both of them now.
They want to be prepared for those Banshees. Blue Flame is almost like getting siege mode now. It's so important in this matchup. You just have to get it. You only have one Tech Lab. It's like, which one do you get first? Most people actually get Blue Flame first because it opens up all these opportunities. So 3 Hellions and the Banshee moving forward here for Dream. He may use the Banshee to bait the Marines into the Hellions. Looks like he's actually just going to try to target down some SCVs over here. Now the Viking has spotted this. He does take out a Mule.
Oh, here come the Hellions, though.
Oh, nice. A lot of damage on those Marines. Oh!
He's tried to split, but it's not going to be good enough anyways. If he gets these Marines, it's going to be huge for him. Dropping the Viking as well.
Great job here by Dream.
Yeah.
Taking out those very important Marines. He had to do something with that harass. His Banshee did very minimal damage. Now he started his own Blue Flame as his Command Center finishes up. So both these guys just transferring SCVs. It's a really close game. The fact of the matter is Happy has Blue Flame and Dream does not. It's essentially the only difference between these two at this point. Second factory going up for Happy. In fact, he's adding 2 additional factories, so he is going to be up to 3 factories, whereas Dream is just adding a second one. Both these guys going to be meching pretty heavily. As I said, it's the future of TVT.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it was. Now it's actually just the present of TVT.
And then in a few months' time, it'll be something completely different.
I like how TVT changes as a matchup.
Well, everything's changing, so it's always interesting. The only downside to that, you don't see players really refine the specific builds.
Yeah, you'll never see like only tanks and Vikings in TVT again, which is how it used to be.
Well, it's just been figured out. And in a couple of months' time, something else will be figured out, and it'll just keep rotating like that until we just find everything in the game. But of course, 2 expansions is going to be a long time. So lots of fun times ahead.
Lots of fun times ahead, man.
Yep.
Can't wait for that Legacy of the Void. I want my Reavers back. I know Dustin is listening. He presses the eject button and kicks me out. I really do like the new maps, by the way. I just wanted to comment on that. There's only one that I didn't particularly like myself, but it's not a bad map either.
Is that the one that you were playing with last night? He's like, I can't wall this off.
Yeah, that was like Antigua Shipyard. I couldn't wall it off. I mean, I didn't dislike the map for that. That was a different map that I disliked. I actually really like
okay.
Antigua Shipyard. Anyway, the maps are good. If you guys haven't played on them, get on there.
You're
The
going
maps
to
are...
soon. They're going to be able to have to play on them, whether they like it or not.
I mean, they're going to be in the map pool, and if they're not out in your map pool yet, you can go load them up in a custom game and play them. Anyway, back to the game. 4 Blue Flame Hellions being loaded up into this medevac. There's a Viking.
Gonna run right into the Viking.
And that's unfortunate. It seems like Happy's harassment just keeps being put on the back foot, but on the other hand, he finds some way to make use of it.
Yeah.
He's going to control those towers with those Hellions. We'll lose this dropship, unfortunately.
It's alright though, 'cause these guys are pretty much evenly matched throughout this. They're both
Yeah,
on the same
92 supply for both of them. 2 Thors on the way for Dream.
That's very interesting.
That is very interesting. It's very unusual. Whereas Happy has gone for the more siege-heavy composition. He's already got siege mode done. Dream's siege mode far from completing. It's just now started. He's also getting +1 vehicle weapons at that armory. And part of it is he might fear lack of air control. But again, like we were talking about, Thors do well against Blue Flame Hellions. They're just a big, strong, good unit to have when the tank numbers are low.
Yeah.
When the tank numbers get high, they just cannot engage because the tanks kill them before they can get close enough. But before that, they are quite a nice unit to have around. It looks like he's going to do this timing attack with just 2 Thors, try to pressure a little bit, as he continues to make tanks behind this. Making a 3rd command center as well. I really like the choices that Dream is making. But Happy is looking like he wants to go into a long game. Something else to know about Happy is he has 2 Ravens. That's twice the amount of Ravens that most Terrans make. Armory finishing
Most
up
don't
here.
make any at all, so...
Yeah, then you could have like infinity of the multiply the amount of Ravens if you just had 1. It would actually be more than infinity times more. These Hellions going through the middle of the map may be spotted. They are at the tower. And we're going to have a Hellion versus Hellion battle maybe if these guys decide to engage. They're not ready for that kind of commitment though, so they do back away. It's very difficult because Hellion on Hellion battles are decided in almost an instant, and a lot of it comes down to randomness a little bit, where they're positioned. You can't split them perfectly. So neither player wants to take that risk. Like, instead of flipping a coin and deciding whether or not I have Hellions anymore after this, I'm just going to go home and do a drop instead, as you can see Happy doing here, or Dream, excuse me. Supply-wise, Happy is starting to take a little bit of a lead. It's because he has those 3 factories running. In fact, now he's got 4, but he's had those factories up wrong.
4 things queued up on one of those. I believe that's just the extra Hellions.
Yeah, he's just got extra Hellions.
Yeah.
Now these guys wanting to flip the Hellion coin here. I mean, if you control your Hellions right, there's a way you can do it, but if you don't expect the battle to happen, it just happens and you just panic, you can lose the battle. I mean, it's not actually a coin flip, but it's very difficult to determine who's going to win that fight when you have even
You just want to be in the right position. Here we go. Looks like we are going to have an engagement, though. All these tanks sieging up. Happy a little bit slower on the siege, especially with these Thors.
The Thor's doing a little bit of damage, but auto turrets being dropped here.
That is going to help out immensely.
There's a lot of auto turrets, in fact, and the Thors run away.
Yep.
And the tanks fall. I'm not entirely sure whether the Thors ran away there from the auto turrets and let the tanks die.
I think he was expecting to lose a lot more than he did.
Well, that actually equalized the supply somewhat. This Hellion attack could have been better if there were SCVs there. There are SCVs transferring, though.
Whoa!
Oh!
What?
That is game-changing. He loses every single SCV transferring except those 3 that got away.
Whoa!
That puts Dream at 57 SCVs to 45 of Happy. Interestingly, Happy decides to go for the top left base as well. Neither player wanting to take the very vulnerable gold base right now.
Yeah.
And he's going to delay this command center with his Hellion.
Well, there's a barracks sitting there just right on top of it.
Dream doing a great job of just using these Hellions all over the map, not just keeping them with his composition, harassing, controlling the watchtowers when he can. Happy looks like he wants to go for his own Hellion attack, though, and this could be pretty devastating.
Whoa, if he...
Dream out of position, but he does get the SCVs away. Happy was a little bit hesitant. He didn't know if the tanks were siege behind.
Yeah.
And he does have air dominance, but with these Thors, that may change pretty quickly.
He just doesn't want to overstep his bounds. There's a lot of Vikings coming through here now.
Yeah, now is the part where the air dominance actually goes into Dream's favor. Quite heavily.
There's nothing you can do about that either.
He needs to get out of there. That auto turret doing a lot of damage.
Yep.
And now the one Banshee to rule them all. She rules them all. Happy losing a lot here. A well-timed attack, but Dream, with using those Hellions, was able to control the map and see this coming, was able to prepare just for this type of situation. Tanks being killed by Blue Flame Hellions, that's the kind of situation Happy's in right now. He's that much on full retreat.
Yeah.
But moves his own Hellions forward. Oh, that was really tense. Supply-wise, these guys are so dead even. 159 to 152.
He does not want to come down that corridor of death right there, though.
And the turret actually barely didn't finish. Then it finished. The Vikings were barely able to escape.
Oh, Vikings running right over a turret there. He's going to be able to deny this.
He may be able to kill it, in fact.
Yeah, there's a lot of Vikings there. That's going down.
That's pretty much an overstatement. Yeah, that's going down. Or is it? Oh my God!
Are you kidding?
Are you serious, Happy? Come on, man! What are you doing? Ah!
Oh my God!
And you guys didn't get a shot of it because he zoomed. He actually had like 6 SCVs running towards it,
yeah.
but they didn't make it in time.
It's alright. We do have. Whoa! I thought the Hellions were going to go over to Dream's fourth there, but
yeah, Dream. Remember, guys, Dream. You know, he killed that Commencer, but his 4th wasn't running either. He's just now getting that up. That tank bravely held the watchtower alone, but could not. Well, Happy's still ahead on supply, despite losing the Commencer and losing a lot of SCVs here and there. He's got a really good unit composition. I'll give you guys some numbers. 13 tanks for Happy, 14 for Dream, 4 Thors for Happy, and of course the Viking count far in Dream's favor. Controlling the air completely here. And these Thors just, when the tank count gets this high, you can't really use those Thors against siege tanks very well.
No, but they're still very evenly matched across the place. Oh, getting more SCVs. Oh! The tanks were walking right past. There we go. There's the split. Still losing a lot.
Yeah, he's losing a lot. The worker count right now, guys, 54 to 54.
Yeah.
This is the closest game I think I have ever cast. It's so back and forth. Now,
but Dream's getting that 4th up, so that's going to be a big game changer.
Supply-wise, they're pretty much even. Happy has a lot of Thors in his composition, and that's not very good against this type of siege tank. Comp just has so many siege tanks, but a lot of the siege tanks for Happy or for Dream rather are on really low hit points.
Yeah.
So this situation is just extremely close. Nice splitting up the siege tanks by Dream. He sieges up first.
There we go. The Thor's going up to try and tank some damage.
Oh, and they walk back, taking a lot of damage. The watchtower is controlled by Dream. He has the air dominance.
Yeah.
Happy should not have engaged here.
No, there's just too many tanks for Dream. Happy can't really engage that well. He does have 5 Thors, though.
Yeah, and those Thors are going to help him sort of deal with that air dominance problem that he's dealing with right now. A fusion core has finished, though, for Dream, and that is going to turn the entire world upside down when those battle cruisers start coming out.
We do have Hellions coming down here at the gold as a lot of these SCVs were being transferred. Dream pulling back, though. I like that he didn't overstay his welcome there. We're going to have another engagement. No.
More Hellions.
Yeah.
It's now Happy's turn to be the harasser.
These guys are just so close.
Oh man, Happy is going to try to engage, I think, in a bad spot again. He sieges up first.
He does.
There are so many Hellions here tanking some damage. SCV is repairing these Thors, but the Thors aren't firing.
No, they're out of range of the tanks. They're also out of vision at the moment.
More Hellions running over here to Dream's base at the top.
There we go.
This could change the game. This actually could be the thing.
You've said that so many times now, Wolf.
I know, but this could be like the thing that really puts things over the edge because Dream now is really far behind in workers. He's 10 workers behind. He doesn't have a mining base, essentially. And Happy has the gold at the bottom right.
Yep.
But he needs to change his composition. He's behind on siege tanks. The first battle cruiser is here.
There we go. Now, Happy doesn't really have any kind of anti-air except for those Thors.
It's very true. And Thors just do not do well against battle cruisers. It's pretty obvious. Battle cruiser is going to start trying to deal with these tanks, but he's been forced to lift. He's got 1 mining base, essentially, well, 1.5 you could say. One that's not really fully saturated.
Yeah.
He's going to take these tanks out.
Here comes the BC.
A lot of damage. He's got a second one on the way.
Yeah.
Does not have Yamato Cannon.
He's not even thinking about researching it just yet, but still.
He is getting more Vikings out just to make sure he can secure these BCs. Interestingly enough, Happy adding 2 starports, reactor Vikings coming out. He has to get those Vikings out. There's no other way to come back from a situation like this. He's also getting ship weapons level 1 to help deal with that. A flock, fleet, whatever you want to call them, of Hellions. A heath of Hellions, I don't know. We're going to go over here and kill almost all of SCVs.
Oh, he is going to kill all those SCVs.
Yeah, I can't imagine him leaving any of these SCVs alive.
No, not with that many Hellions. Completely cleans up their base. He does get the tank as well.
In the middle of the map as well, these Thors trying to kill the battle cruiser, and they might actually be able to get it slowly but surely, but the second battle cruiser arrives. And now he has to de-siege.
Yeah. Just has to pull back. He did lose a lot of units there. Are these Hellions going to kill his CC?
Maybe. Man. It's like his chances of, well, I didn't repair mine, maybe you won't repair yours.
Yeah.
But now he's not mining from there. He's no longer mining from any base rather than his natural. He's got barely any mineral patch left. The composition he has now is the composition he keeps, and he is going to have to end the game with it.
Yeah. Well, Happy's trying to mix in as many Vikings as he can, but like Dream already has quite a few Vikings. I believe he's got about 7.
Well, here's the thing. It's 12 Vikings to 7, but with 5 Vikings in production, it's about to be 12 to 12.
Yeah.
Plus, with that +1 ship weapons, it's going to be pretty good. Happy over here is retaking that command center. And Dream is going to try to take that repairing command center over to the gold base, transferring more SCVs to replace the ones who died. Nice volley by Dream. That's pretty huge. Now, Dream has nothing on the production tab. You guys can see that production tab. He has no money. He's not mining. He's got an awesome army, but he's going to have to do something with it very quickly here. He's struggling to decide where to go.
Just looking here at this 9 o'clock base. Turrets going up just around the siege tanks. Nicely done. Quite happy.
BC is trying to do what they can here. The Vikings protecting them.
Oh, he's going to lose one of his BCs though. Oh, how did he not lose that? There we go. It does go down. So many Vikings here for Happy though. Just the production is outstripping Dream. He's starting to get 20 supply ahead. Oh, chasing down this battle cruiser. Does get one.
And he might get another. Great Viking control by both players. Dream in a lot of trouble though. I can't say that enough. He's got 3 bases that are mining, but none of them are really a full mining base.
Whoa, lots of mules being dropped at that gold over here at the top left-hand corner.
That's going to be really helpful. Now what's interesting is, with +2 ship weapons on the way for Happy, he's going to have those a lot faster than his opponent. And we might see Happy make his own fusion core now that he's retaken the skies.
Well, I wouldn't say he's retaken it just yet. There's a lot of Vikings here for Dream. Doesn't want to bunch up above that Thor though.
It's now 16 for Happy as far as Vikings go, and 14 for Dream. Happy producing 6 per cycle, and Dream producing 2 per cycle. Yeah. So it's not going to last much longer, especially with that one Thor supporting. That's like having 4 or 5 extra Vikings in the fray, really.
Yeah, so these guys very, very even across the board. And it's just been like that this entire game. Of course, this winner of this does go into Code S, so it's everything on the line for these guys.
Looks like Dream is going to go and push over here at the turreted top left base. And he sieges up his tanks before Happy realizes. But Happy gets a huge volley off with his Vikings.
Yeah, he's going to win this Viking war here. Just so many coming in.
Yeah, he's got better upgrades on those Vikings as well.
Yeah. And it looks like Happy is coming into the third base. He has forces a lift up, sieging up. Look, goodbye SCVs.
Oh man, that's so many SCVs being taken out.
Yeah.
Dream is in trouble. But he is going to maybe take out this command center of Happy. This command center going to be taken out though.
They're just killing off each other's command centers.
Happy manages to keep his alive. The SCV is killing siege tanks.
Yeah.
That's a rare sight. You might want to capture that with your camera. Take a screenshot of that.
Happy moving over to the gold base here though is going to completely stop any mining whatsoever from Dream. There's nothing he can do about it either. He can't lift it up. He's going to die regardless.
This is the last mining base of Dream.
Yeah.
Things are looking pretty grim. Things are starting to look a little bit like a nightmare, actually. Basically, right now, Dream is down 30 supply, soon to be 40. He's got 5 Vikings to 14 Vikings. he doesn't really have anything going for him,
No,
actually,
not
as far as unit count goes. He's got less siege tanks. He's got one more Thor than his opponent.
Except he is moving down to this mining base here for Happy. If he can take that out, he might be able to even the score.
Yeah, he's going to kill a lot of SCVs here.
Yeah.
He's going to siege up his tanks in a nice position as well.
Happy's reinforcements coming down. He might be able to save this one.
He's going to need to use these Vikings, or at least he should use these Vikings. Actually, he has enough siege tanks.
So, looks like we do have reinforcements, or not reinforcements, but the main force from Happy coming home here to defend himself. He does get caught.
Oh, man. It's just too many tanks at the top of that ridge.
Yeah.
Dream in so much trouble. He's bringing his SCVs. It's his last attempt here. I don't think it's going to work, but he's going to make it happen. He's going to try.
Yeah.
He has no mining whatsoever. His income tab is going to show as 0, and he's going to lose this Viking war. And all of his tanks, this could be the end for Dream. Happy.
Yeah.
Looks like he's going to be going to Code S here.
Just too many units. Dropping the Vikings on top of the Thor. And he's just going to walk over to this last mining base for Dream. And it's 89 supply to 27. GG.
GG. And a GG it was.
Yeah.
Happy goes to Code S. He looks happy, to put it bluntly.
Dream very disappointed, but
He played well.
he played well.
He really proved himself today here at the up and down matches.
Yeah.
A lot of people are going to say, well, he can really tango with these guys who are, from Code S, and it was a solid group. It was a tough group.
It was a very tough group. We still do have one game to go, though.
Yep.
I believe it's Fruit Dealer versus Happy.
Yes, it is. Actually,
I think.
I'm not entirely sure if it's Happy as a Dream or...
No, I'm pretty sure it's that. But we'll find out.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure. Sorry, guys, it's been a long day for 10 games, and you have no idea what's going on behind the scenes of all this stuff. But anyway.
I've only had an hour's sleep in 2
both
days.
of us have been doing a lot of work outside of casting the GSL, so it's been a tough day. We had a lot of computer issues and all that, but we're here in the final stretch, and they've been some awesome games today. Tell your friends about the VODs. And my computer is finally functioning again. I can see it, but I lost. It's actually not the same computer as before. That's why I don't have any of my
No, I
info
guarantee you, one of the tech guys ran down to the GOM house because I'm pretty sure this is Oz's computer.
Yeah, it's actually Oz's computer. I'm gonna read all Oz's private messages while I'm casting. I'm just alt tabbing. So Oz, thanks to FXO Oz for allowing GSL to let me use the computer. The GOM wizard actually teleported over there.
Yeah.
Grabbed it and then disapparated back here.
So yes, anyway.
That was intense, man.
Yeah, that was an amazing
The battle
game.
cruiser transition was a bit too soon, and that's always how battle cruiser transitions tend to be.
I wouldn't say it was too soon. I would say he just fell behind on defending his bases.
Yeah.
If he'd kept defending those fine, if he just had 1 or 2 tanks at each base or something to defend his SCVs, he would have been able to keep that
When you
up.
go battle cruisers, you have to know that your opponent cannot go, okay, I'm going to make a few starports and catch up. You have to be that far ahead to where you know that inevitability, that possibility is just, it's not going to happen. You have to be absolutely sure about that.
Yep.
And he wasn't. Then his opponent was able to just harass him a lot, slow down the BCs, and there is Ryung now in Code S, 4 wins and 0 losses. And I am happy, of course, advancing as well with 2 wins and 1 loss. Dream, unfortunately for him, stays in Code A with 2-2. And Marine King now in Code A. Pretty shocking. And the Fruit Dealer, 0-3 now in Code A. Not very shocking. It looks like, based on the fact that it's impossible for Fruit Dealer to make it, it's just, it's over. We're not going to actually broadcast the last match. Which is kind of disappointing. I want to see Fruit Dealer play another game to redeem himself. I mean, he's better than those records show.
Well, he is better than those records show, but he has played quite a few games recently that haven't been up to the standard we expected from him.
Yeah.
So
this is actually one of those up and down matches things that makes sense. It's Fruit Dealer went down. Everyone kind of thought, that's probably going to happen.
He's moved teams. He's got a different environment, different training, different practice partners as well. You got to give him some time to get used to that. So
he's not going to disappear.
Oh, no.
I mean, he could, but
some
he's always going to be on
disappear.
Startail. You'll still see him.
Yeah.
He's not just going to, Fruit Dealer's not one of those people, he loses in the round of 32 in Code A, and then he actually just vanishes in his booth. You know, it shows the loser in their booth. It's he's not even there. Cameras panning around the studio,
Whoa.
Fruit dealer just disappeared. He lost in the round of 32.
Of course, his longtime teammate who's gone with him through all these changes did very well in Code S.
Yeah.
Trickster did very well in Code S.
And
this season.
they're now, of course, both on the same Startail team.
Yes.
So
They
they're gonna be working
haven't
with
left each other. So they've been together that whole time. So
Even back in OGS, man.
yeah, exactly.
It's been a while for these guys. They're like best friends and partners in crime. All right, so we're going to take a look at tomorrow's matches. It's going to be Any Pro, SC, Tassadar, and ASD and Noble S. Remember that ASD and SC are now on the Team FX Open. So 2 new members of the Team FX Open will be playing tomorrow. So look forward to them showing off their stuff. Everyone's already seen the skills of SC and ASD, though they played extremely well. And SC needs no introduction. He's just always been good as soon as he qualified.
Yeah.
Not a bad player at all.
So
Twitter.com/GOMTV, m.gomtv.net. Remember, you guys can watch live now on your mobile phones. If you have an iPhone or an iPad, you can watch this live. Code S finals are at Yonsei University Grand Hall. It's this weekend. It's on Saturday. 2 hours earlier than normal broadcast, guys. So if you're watching it at home, make sure you don't think it's just at the same time. It's 2 hours earlier, so make sure you don't miss that. It's going to be an awesome final. I'm not even going to spoil who's playing.
yeah. You get to go to that. I don't.
It'll be fun. Yeah, I'm actually going to be able to go.
Yeah.
You're not. Sorry.
That's all right. I'll be at MLG instead.
I know. I'm
with
not.
The rest of the
Unfortunately,
team.
I won't be able to go with that. So it's like there's a little trade-off there.
It's a trade-off. Yep. Of course. Some great games today.
It's been a great day. There's a lot of content just in this one day.
Yeah.
So tell your friends about it. Tell them to watch the VODs. Thanks to G-Skill. Thanks to Pepsi. Pepsi's actually the best drink in the world. I don't care what anyone says. And also thanks to Alla eBooks for helping us out as well. Korean company. So if you're in Korea and you like ebooks, you should go to that KT store and get that.
Koreans do love that stuff. I'll get on the train and every second person is on their phone either reading something or watching a movie.
Yeah, they really like to just make everything convenient and nice. And
it was very
technology, man. That's what I always say. I see them go.
It was very strange because at home I'm the one who's listening to music or watching something on my iPhone or something, and no one else does it on the buses or the trains.
You're actually
here, it's
Korean.
great. Yeah, I'm actually Korean.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.
Is it over?